All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Thomas Blair.
I am Mark Halash.
And we are joined by John Gibson and Jack.
Did you forget my last name?
Kirby.
Thank you.
That unfortunate name. And we are going to show you some fun new things. This is the third stream of the month where we usually show you kind of what we've been working on in the last couple of weeks. And then we answer some questions that everyone has. So, as I have the Guinecean here, what do you think, everyone, that we are going to see?
Just Guinecean away.
Guinecean away? What are we going to see? Yay, Blazing got it right. Yep, we're going to see double jump. We're going to start there with find a tree to harvest. Okay, so we are here in our developer map. And here we are with our Guinecean, and we are going to...
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. He now double jumps.
Boink, boink.
Boink, boink. And it looks like Greg added a little swoosh to his feet.
That action barrel roll.
Yep,
Not
action
really barrel roll.
Action roll, action roll.
Somersault.
Oh yes. We'll talk about the gold over there in a little bit. Okay. So
That was a long time coming.
that it's so funny. Everyone's been asking for so long. Where's the double jump?
Where's the double jump?
Where's the double jump? Where's the double jump?
When?
Oh wait, someone said Aislinn added that one? Okay. Okay, Aislinn was in here and added that. And now we have fulfilled our promise of reduced food usage and double jump. Yay, one more thing finished. Okay, so let's hop over to the Fae. Oh, you know what I didn't mention when I was out there? Everyone may not have seen it yet, but the Season of Plenty is now...
yes, that's true.
We are now in the Season of Plenty.
So what does that mean?
So Season of Plenty is going to give us a bunch of... apples. I think it's like... Yes,
Look at that.
35% apples.
Look at them apples.
You are going to get apples. How about them apples?
How about them apples?
How about them apples? And...
Oh, plethoras of stuff.
a plethora of dust. All is 10% across the board. And plentiful harvest. Everything +2. So, the Season of Plenty.
So that means I'll be getting bountiful explosions of dubers and goodness off of...
You should be getting much higher quality stuff.
Just right off the bat.
Right off the bat. And then as the season rolls into the next one, the season of... Todd came up with the names for these.
The season of after summer.
There's the season of reaping. And then there's the season of something. It's in fact still called Season of Something because he still hasn't given me the name for the 4th season yet.
Max just in with a mouse pad from
Max.
Gibson.
All right.
Crinkle it.
A Crowfall mouse pad. Hey,
Some...
we can show it on camera.
Look at it. Look
Here,
at
let me
Just look at this. Oh, you want to do some
take out the
ASMR on the...
Apparently these are hot off the shelf.
They sure are. They're still
Very
hot.
quickly.
Still warm.
The still warm mouse pad, straight out of the mouse pad extruder, off the grill.
Still got that smell.
That new mouse pad smell.
Oh, can we see it? The new Crowfall mouse pads. Apparently Max is walking around handing them to everyone in the office.
I like
And
how
you
I
too.
sit next to
You can have
Crinkle
those.
it.
Just to me.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Just
that
a
thought
Gibson.
about that.
Oh,
Hey, I got one of those too.
Hey, look at that guy. Looks like we haven't disabled him yet, but
But he's there.
he is there,
The male and the female version.
and she is there. Hey, she's got hair today,
That's
so
good. This looks good with hair.
he's pretty tall. Look at that.
Comparative to him, yeah.
Right for you guys?
It's a little bright.
Well, because usually it's too dark. So I think I have
Okay, so we're gonna make her an assassin.
Assassin.
An assassin.
Assassinino.
Testo. Is she gonna have hair? And she's got hair.
Still with the hair. All right.
Look at
She
that.
had hair
She's
before.
got hair. No, sometimes she doesn't. Based on when you sync, you may or may not get hair if somebody broke
I
something.
had the problem with putting a helmet.
Okay, so similar to double jump,
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
the Fae has her own double jump, as you saw right there.
Yeah,
And
Nice
see,
purpley
yeah.
swooshes.
you like the little swooshes? I don't know if that was Greg or Aislinn. I'm sure he will tell us who did that. Was it Greg or Aislinn?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Community effort.
Okay. Well, so if you hit the space bar on the third, what would be a triple jump, that actually engages glide. So 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gliding. You'll notice that you have a buff up there that says gliding. And I will go over here. We also made effort to make it such that you can
so cool.
you can zip like a madman, and you can in fact, while gliding, you can also do your right click dash.
So good. So good.
So catching them is going to be maybe a bit of a challenge. And I'm running over here to go to, this is our giant tower. Because if you are falling, you can just hit the space bar and you will instantly go into glide. So basically, if you jump off of a high spot, you have to go through the 3 space bars, or if you just fall and go into space bar. So I'm just going to fall here. I'm falling. And I just hit space bar, I'm gliding. I can shut it off. I can turn it back on. I can shut it off. I can turn it back on. So if you want to do some controlled like base jumping and just fall all the way to the bottom and just hit it right before you would die, that's something you can do.
That is amazing.
She was a gymnast.
And you can just come to little hills like this. Someone's chasing you. And just boop, boop,
Joyfully glide off.
and just glide and laugh and then dash forward and dash forward.
And laugh some more.
And you can cover a whole lot of distance with her pretty quickly.
You go poo poo poo.
You can go boo boo boo, yeah.
Yes.
Poo poo that fast? Can you show us?
Wait, what do you want us to do, Gibson?
Gibson wants to see boo boo boo.
Gibson's
Jump,
so
jump,
excited.
fly. Jump, jump, fly.
Jump, jump, fly. That's what I just do all the time. Jump, jump.
No,
Glide.
that's not jump, jump, fly. That's jump, jump, fly.
He wants
You-
it faster.
It's pretty quick. Like any quicker, you wouldn't be able to
Register.
deal with the internet.
It
And
would break the internet.
For those of you who haven't played something like this, it is detected on the button up, because Gibson was holding his spacebar down this morning and having all kinds of problems because he was just like, I hold space, it's not working. I hold it, why not working? Yeah. So space, space, space. So yeah, I jumped off that time, so I have to go through the whole cycle. Versus
So
the
you're saying
oh,
it's
look at the distance there. Look at how pretty all the resources look now.
It is very pretty.
Isn't that super
What
pretty?
what a transition. So what you're saying then, Mr. Blair, is
Yes.
that the glide is actually a toggle, it's not a hold.
Correct. It is a toggle.
Yes, you can tuck the wings back and go.
Dive bomb.
Yeah.
That would be version 2.
Show stealth glide. Yes, we are still, and by we, probably because Mark and I really haven't talked about it yet, debating whether it's a good idea or not to have a legion of birdmen flying in stealth.
Invisible stealth birdmen, which is pretty amazing.
Only if they say dive.
And play
Birdmen,
Flight of the Valkyries. We gotta have Flight of the Valkyries play as you
Okay, so I'm
as you
stealth.
glide.
I'm stealth. Jump, jump. So, just like our regular out of combat, I can look around the character. If I was in combat mode and doing this, I would be locked to the reticle, just like combat
Okay.
mode. So there isn't anything special.
If it's you and somebody else running, and she jumps to fly, can they jump on top of her and ride her down?
That is an excellent question, Gibson. However, we do take steps to prevent you from staying on top of capsules.
Yeah, so you'd probably slide right off her capsule. In fact, we can see what her
Would be
capsule's
difficult.
doing while she's gliding.
Let's do that.
Who wants to see that?
I do.
Okay. Okay, so there's my capsule.
Oh man, I could ride that capsule.
You could ride that capsule all the way home, son.
And yeah, it's
You could totally ride on there.
yeah, if it wasn't, you would be slide right off. It's not flat, Gibson. See how it's not like a rectangle or anything?
I can stand on a capsule.
No, we
Could
could
you?
add a platform that you could stand on.
I can
Yes.
stand on the side of
And
a
then you
mountain,
could-
but I can't stand on a capsule. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, for all of the combat discussions we always have about where is your capsule, players can't see this, but you can see that there is the effect of having a client server game.
Right.
This little swirly behind me, I don't even know what texture that is.
It's I think it's a fireball just being
It's a stretched fireball.
awkwardly stretched over a capsule.
That is actually where I am on the server.
Yeah.
And you'll notice how it's always just a little bit behind.
And we can do this, by the way, because the server is his same computer, so he has
Correct.
effectively no.
Yeah, if you look, my MSG right here is at 30.
Right. It's like that's round trip time just from Unity back to your keyboard, basically.
Right. So, but a lot of times we'll have discussions. We'll be like, well, why didn't they just hit? Or why do you have to have a little bit wider sphere cast? And it's because you'll see the character moving and you see that's where I am on the server.
Yeah.
And if I were to actually aim at what I see, I would miss that character. Now, on your client, they're actually seeing the representation of where I am, which is actually a little bit further behind there. So that's just a little bit of,
The joy we have to deal with.
yes.
MMO.
Welcome to online games. That's because that's how they work. Okay. So, any questions so far? I love the smell of the poison daggers. Way too OP. Yes. We'll see what happens. Yep. Zybak's right. You'd slide right off the capsule. Are you able to show raycast hit scan graphics the same as you can capsules? Yes, we can. It's just it's a button that's hidden somewhere. It's not as easy as us pressing a button. That one's actually buried deeper in Unity. You might just flail to the ground and stun. Yeah, if you
And then take falling damage.
and then take falling damage. Yeah, if you don't. Actually, I can just glide
And then just turn off the.
and just fall. Oh, I actually
you weren't really that
I
high.
wasn't that high.
You'd probably have to get probably about halfway.
So you
Up
can't
that
Right there.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't get stunned while in midair.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have any special, CC immunity while gliding, so you can be.
But will you go out of glide?
You should, yeah.
Yeah,
Glide
I
is
mean,
an
if you
ability,
just-
so it should deactivate it.
But-
Oh yeah, see that? You actually went into the flailing animation.
Yeah,
as soon as you realized.
That's why she needs a dive bomb.
It's a dive bomb. Well,
Just
I mean,
full commitment.
if you combine that with the assassin
Now, stealth, you're good to go.
disengage
Yeah.
and engage,
Which may not be. Well, you could try it. You'd probably do the first one. The combo wouldn't work. Though.
I think I specifically put something in to shut off glide if you do a disengage, but then you can go back into it if you really want to. Do we have the vendors?
should
out
try
here?
it. Well, can't you just create you some assassin stuff?
Yeah, I didn't want to. Jack, you wanna? Let's hide the upper corner, will we? Oh, I'm sorry. Jack's sleeping over
I
there.
was reading.
Technically, I'm supposed to be doing it. But
Yeah, it's technically
That's why he has.
Jack today.
That's why you have Jack.
Jack.
Okay, we'll hide over that. That's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, there you
Oh, there you go.
Here you go.
All right.
Boom.
We're good.
Right.
Good. Did you fix the issue with the falling?
The falling.
The falling and the ooh, she looks good in armor.
Oh, the poisoning yourself with the.
Poison yourself when you land with
Yes.
yes, okay, good. Yeah, she looks really good.
That armor's awesome. Is that leather?
Yeah, it's leather. She is an assassin.
I like the emo eyes.
Are the eyes supposed to be like that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I
I like
know.
them.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's like she's all.
Yeah, I mean the black eyes, not the. I also like the. It's just she looks so lethal and deadly, and then she's got two little hearts on.
Where at? Wait, I
Her
didn't.
eyes look
You
like
didn't see the
a
hearts?
chick.
No, I guess not.
The antler
I'm trying to find a good angle here.
chick.
Look on the hilt of the
Oh,
daggers.
okay. All right. Cool.
Everyone loves the heart daggers. Okay, so disengage. No, I can't. I wonder if I'm already in the air and I disengage. I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah, there's currently a bug that's preventing combos working with root motion. So
Is the champion suffering from that?
yes, and
Yes.
assassin, of course, because
So apparently we're still fixing things.
we are in develop anyway, right? This is
Oh.
the latest,
I
and greatest, and most brokest.
So I tried it, and I was...
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, I was able to get into it.
Okay, that's cool.
But I couldn't engage it in the air. That one is not flagged to use while not grounded. So...
well, I mean, if we want to, we should do that
yes.
so that it is awesome. So I prefer awesome.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. So that is the new hotness with the Fae. Oh, we're answering questions. Oh, she's the old X-Files black goo eyes. Yes, I remember the black goo episodes.
Mhm.
What was the black goo? Was it an alien? Is that what it ended up being?
Did they even say? I mean, that was half the X-Files, panache was the fact that, like, you never know, it's just weird.
It's just black goo. Okay, so let's go talk about the harvesting stuff because
Sure,
there's some changes over there as well.
Some sparkly goodness.
We'll just glide over there though. We'll just find a high spot and just glide. I think Greg and Aisler are gonna put some contrails on here just to give her a little bit of
some motion.
some motion.
Post effects, maybe.
That's kind of dive bomb.
That's dive bombing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you use your right click dodge to, you'll notice that she drops down a little bit.
If you do that high up and then you go back into just regular glide.
Yep, if you hit spacebar because you're falling. Yeah.
Love it. Well done.
Yeah, the making her right click work with glide was kind of important because it just adds so much more. It's just fun to glide off little things like that too. It's like, all right, cool. Okay, so you'll notice that a lot of the trees now have some sparklies around them, and we're trying to solve some of the problems with people seeing named resources in a sea of knotwood and all of these baseline world materials, which is basically the base population of the resources in our world. And then we've got a bunch of these named ones, and it's just hard to tell. So Greg has been working to add some sparklies to the name stuff that just, so you can see in the distance. Now, of course, we've got like several hundred nodes here, which is our testing area, which is not what it's going to look like. Can I see the one in the distance over there? Yeah. Like on those trees, you can barely see it way in the distance.
A few sparse examples.
But yeah, you'll be able to see. What we've also done is made knotwood harvesting that much faster. So I have no tool, so let's just get the 3 pieces of wood. I'm sorry?
What are the sparkles?
Sparkles mean named.
That's what he was just talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Pay attention, Gibson.
Gibson.
We're like,
Otherwise, I have to take
Give me
my
that
little
out.
time machine back here.
you will be tested later.
Rather just ask again.
Gibson, what do the sparkles mean?
I don't know. I couldn't hear what he said.
Okay.
He couldn't hear.
Well, he said it, and I wasn't paying attention to him. I was paying
Get me some
attention
wood. Oh, there's some new
to you. So what is it?
there's some new pickup effects going on here as well with the
You were just tearing through that tree, too.
and yeah, I'm tearing through this tree with no axe. Oh, give me that apple.
Instead of not moving the cobblestone on the side.
So let's go ahead and
So higher
just
rank.
go ahead and make us that axe.
They all are named. They all are named.
And what you will notice,
As we've seen, you have no skill.
so yeah, I have no skill. This is
skillless.
This is a brand new character. So knotwood trees
Just riggedy wreck that
will
tree.
just riggedy wreck it in 3-ish, 2-ish, 3-ish hits. So it'll be very quick to go around the world and just demolish the basic knotwood, the basic cobblestone, and the basic slag.
It doesn't even take that much stamina.
However, if you see a sparkly tree, which means it's a named resource, so this one is you, and it's rank 4, and I've got.
Me?
You'll notice that I'm back to doing what used to be the normal. So the weak point game will have more effect on the name stuff, as well as, and you'll notice I just ran out of stamina.
Right.
So that is going to happen as well. And because it's the season of plenty, you'll notice I got 2 dust.
Yeah, and you're not, again, unskilled.
Right. You were playing your skill dude yesterday and just making.
I was. My skill dude was just that was without the the season of plenty too.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why you're like, oh wait, this is because we're doing 551 test, right? Test.
So what that means is running around the world, it'll be very fast to get just the baseline resource stuff. So if you just need to make basic weapons or intermediate armor, you'll have that available to you. When you need the name stuff for more advanced things, then that will take longer, and you can specialize in that stuff.
Bigger risk, bigger reward.
Someone says they're not sure they like the sparkles. You will love the sparkles.
Yeah, well, and like keep in mind what Blair said too. You will probably never see something like this in live, which is a giant grid of resources tightly packed together.
Yes,
because we don't build the world that way.
Right. This is just for us to test.
Yeah, this is our big one of each land.
Let me run over to. I'm going to glide over to this area over here, just because I can.
Hey, Gibson's gone. We can do whatever we want.
quick! Just start pressing buttons. This area over here is more representative of finding a resource node in the wild.
Got a few trees and a few ore nodes and mineral deposits.
Hey, yeah. So you see, like over there, you guys have certainly seen a stone diorama, and you can just see there's just enough to catch the eye, especially on the trees, because the trees are. Now, of course, I've got a white background here, so
right, that's not
going to help.
Is it better the other way, looking towards the?
Yeah, I'm going to try and.
Yeah, basically, we'd have the better skybox in a not flat world.
Yeah, so you can see with the green background there, that every now and then it's just enough. It feels like little wisps, kind of just doing their wispy thing.
Yeah, and if you think it's too heavy or whatever, let us know, right? I mean,
yeah.
Obviously this is like everything. You guys will give us feedback, and we will react. But definitely helps it stand out for sure.
And I'm getting 75 frames up here now. They have been doing a bunch of work on optimization. So look at that. That's always a positive thing when you see 75. I don't know that I've ever seen 75 before. What do we got? Fake land on the physics spot on top of a tree. Probably.
Yeah.
And it's a collider.
Yeah, so that's more of an interaction between your capsule and the particular way
right. So that's when you guys what Tinnis called physics spots. They're actually called colliders, and this is that is the representation of a collider.
Tree looks like to the server, and
right?
Really to your client too, right? That's really what's actually there.
Which is why you can run through like the edges in most cases. Now you can see that my capsule extends further around me. Like we have a universal capsule. We've had these discussions before. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it actually in game though, but this is useful for us to walk around and see why we can walk through something like, oh, there's no collision set up on that particular thing. So then the art team would go through and they'd set up the geometry on it. Is there a sprint animation for the Fae? Yes.
Should be.
Yes.
Look at that.
She's got a little bit of a hover. I'm sure they'll give her some contrails. It's very flying.
Yeah.
Yes, she's floating.
That's so cool.
Yay. What else? What other questions? Are all capsules the same size? Yes, all capsules are the same size, which is why in a lot of cases, for example, the spiders. Right. The spiders use that exact same capsule size, which is why sometimes when you think that you're hitting the end of the spider, its butt, his capsule is actually, it used to be way centered in the front. I think you put it more in the middle, based on some of these problems. But at one point, we do want to have a capsule unique. Ooh, that must have been her fidget.
Yeah.
Give Doggett Cook a raise for that sprint. I wanted to see the fidget again. But let's show the sprint again for people who didn't see. Need some contrails.
That needs Flight of the Valkyries music too.
Dive. I don't have a beard quite like I can't remember the actor's name, Brian something or other.
Oh yeah.
The one from Flash Gordon.
Just give it time.
The Hawkman.
You'll get there.
Oh, you'll get there.
You go dive. I don't know that if it starts to get too long, I look more like a prophet than anything else.
The prophet Thomas Blair is here to.
At that point, I need a stick, and it's just all over.
I think we should have a prophet Blair day.
Really,
sure. You come in here with the stick and
Brian Bless. There you go.
The robes and
Nocturnal Demise just showed up and missed all of the fun face stuff. Okay. So, does the dodge still do damage? Any issues with the Druid Life Ray? No, the dodge does not do damage. In fact, the only one with a dodge who damages is the Centaur. And she seems to have enough stuff. What else do they get? It's been a while. Wrong button. So they get increased... Oh, they also get the increased stealth, movement speed. Oh, and they get Fairy Fire. That's
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire, which is... Line enemy Fairy Fire, increasing their chance to be critically hit by 8% for 30 seconds.
Not to be confused with the identically named
Druid Power.
Blair, what are we going to do with you?
It was Todd. You know, before this project, I used to name things.
Can we use a different font?
Yes.
We use a different font. This is the Fairy Fire.
That's how we have
Helvetica Fairy Fire as opposed to the.
We have 4 characters named Hero. Like,
yeah.
I blame Todd, especially since he's not here. Okay, and was there anything else with her? She still can use the axes. Yeah.
Yep, that is what you're making out of the box. It's your stone axes.
We'll just glide. Oh, and I'll show people our little testing area. The platforming area.
Ah, yes. Or the Mario expansion.
Yeah, so this is where we do a lot of our testing, is to see. Clearly, before they had double jump, nobody could make these.
Trivializing this challenge,
I know.
Blair.
It's just so
with
easy
your
now.
OP Fae.
Nobody makes their first jump. You glide.
Oh! See if you enforce that glide. Oh! Blair.
Oh, Blair.
But look at how fast I got back up there.
Oh!
I still have inertia. I still have inertia when and I took damage that time. When you shut off the glide. Look at that, 76 frames. What the hell? Yeah, you see,
good,
just barely
good sticking that landing.
Stick it.
Stick it.
By that time cheated with the right click. So there you go. That's the Fae. And here, can you double jump over a fort wall?
If you started from higher than the fort wall, probably,
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're still only giving them, I think it's 4 meters in height. I'm sure if you wedge yourself in a corner...
Yeah, if you exploit your way up a tree and then jump from the top of that. Actually, I don't even know if we spawn trees close enough to a fort wall to allow that to be possible.
But, I mean, if you found a giant mountain and you just glided down...
I mean, anything's possible, right? I mean, we're going to have procedural worlds, so...
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that ends up. And at that point...
Right. Well, I mean...
You're one dude inside a castle...
Yeah.
With the rest of your team on the other side of an unbroken wall.
It's not unheard of.
Or you're stealthed in there, sneaking in there, and avoided the guards so that you could try and gank people.
Which is also fun.
Yes. So this is going to add a whole new wrinkle, and we're kind of... Yep.
Super excited.
We're super excited for what things you guys do with this great power. Okay, so why don't I show them some of the new skill stuff?
Sure.
And I'm gonna go into front end because otherwise it doesn't do its thing. It doesn't do.
It'll do what.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blaze. And I hadn't seen your question. But I think she moves 2 meters faster in stealth. The male races. Yeah, we can go back in after I show skill stuff. Do you want to hide the things?
Is that big enough? Or do you need bigger?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, bigger.
Bigger.
There you go.
Don't want people to see your password. This password is star, 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 star.
Whoa.
Okay.
Just give it away like that. You good?
Okay, so this is still in progress. Billy added the videos in yesterday, but for today, they have the ranger faces up there. These will be videos that you can.
Those are actually, there'll be loops.
There'll be what?
I think there'll be loops.
It'll be more like
10-second loops that'll show what each one does.
Sweet.
He added a 4th one yesterday. So you can go ahead and select basically where you want to start. The tooltip is still off screen.
Yeah.
We really need to get that tooltip.
Don't look at me. I don't.
Jack,
Why don't you fix it?
Jack.
Yeah, let me into the code. Let's see what happens.
So as I don't know, maybe we haven't said it yet. It's an upcoming update. The behavior we were noticing when we implemented the time bank was people, because of bugs, would just train in time bank and then come back and spend. So that is, in essence, what we've changed the whole system to. Rather than training a specific skill node, you just start the tree training, and when you come in here, you will just have clickety click points to spend. That whole process was streamlined, and I don't have enough points. I should have been getting the points sooner. But you'll be able to just click, and it will spend. So basically, you will probably start every play session with spending points on things, because you will have just a bunch of things.
And I presume it will be faster than the current process of...
That's what I just said. It is much faster. So... And then we're still working on doing some things over here to make it more like these trees. So this is kind of what the new setup looks like. And hopefully one of the bigger problems that a lot of people didn't understand in the old system was that the time bank was only for that tree. That was one of the big confusion points. And hopefully in this new model, it's very apparent that you have been training in the combat basics tree. The XP that you have is only in that tree. And if I were to come over here and look at this tree, I basically see that I have 0 skill points available to spend in this tree. So that's some of the newness that's also coming with 5.6.
5.6? Is it 5.6?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes. Hopefully this will be the last. This one will sink in, and everyone will be happy with it.
Just got points.
So, yep. And we're still tweaking. We're going to continue to make some tweaks as we finish this up, heading into 5.6. I just wanted to show you guys kind of
Looking good.
It's starting to look much more better. And then some people had some questions on. Oh wait, I was just in front end. Let's go to developer mode. Moving in stealth. Oh, the other males. The Fey male must have literally gone in this morning because I did not see him
I
yesterday.
haven't seen him yet either. That was my first.
He's really tall.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Well, she's very short.
But I thought they were all supposed to be tiny. So then when he switched to the male, I was like, oh, he's huge, gigantic.
Unreleased game already in
I'm not
progress. So.
critiquing. I'm just saying.
All things you see may change.
Do you just not like the tall elves? Most of our elves are very... let's do the wood elf male. Because he's cool. Do you want to be a ranger? Male.
Sure.
He is very tall. I'll show you the high elf afterwards. The armor, so we used to hold all of these races until we actually had the armor in hand, but we decided to just stop doing that because the armor is going to come online when the armor comes online. And we want to get the models out there and start working out the animation bugs. So,
here's a case of...
I have Pathfinding because I just logged in and now I have Trailmaster.
And no hair.
And, yeah, and I have no hair. But... I love his little air dodge roll for his dissipate forward. I don't know why the effects weren't playing.
Might be a socket issue.
Elkin armor models have been added. The Elkin have their armor, don't they? They've got their plate.
They have their plate, but I think that's it.
Click the Frostweaver box. It doesn't do anything yet.
Yeah.
There's no data there. I can click it.
You click it and nothing will happen.
I really feel like you should have just clicked it.
Yeah.
And then just, well, sorry.
You are a broken character
Oh,
because,
no,
yeah.
broken.
Yeah. Basically, you'd spawn a human with nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though you'd have stats,
Yes.
because those stats are filled out at least. That'd be
So I'm in the Pathfinding phase right now because I just came out of combat, which means you really can't cycle in and out into Trailmaster movement speeds. That was just a lot of you guys brought this up on the Dev Partners Forum, and we were like, "Yep, that does sound like it's being abused." So when you toggle it off via going into combat, when you come out, you'll notice you get Pathfinding. When Pathfinding ticks down to 0, it turns over into Trailblazer or Trailmaster. So this should stop some of the toggling in and out. It also before you didn't know that they had a regular run because we were automatically throwing them into sprint.
That's true.
So now it's like, oh, okay.
And they're really super sprinting there.
Yes.
With that animation, it's awesome.
What's up? This
This is the high elf.
This is the high elf.
This is a wood elf.
Oh,
Or what else?
This is a wood elf. Yeah, this is a wood elf.
Yeah.
See,
I love
see the words in the upper right, Gibson?
I love the roll report. It's really...
I can't read.
I can't read the words wood elf. Oh, wood elf. And then there is a way...
Does he have any armor models yet?
Oh, I didn't actually need to go over there. But in the exploration tree, there now is defense slow and pathfinding. Increases your pathfinding, which reduces the amount of time it takes to start trailblazing. So you can reduce some of that 10-second time.
So does that reset if you take damage?
Does what reset if you take damage?
The pathfinding.
No, but you would get dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get knocked down, then clearly it would automatically put you in combat when you get back up from being dizzy. So I think it just kind of does it. Why is the effect not playing on that thing? We need to talk to Greg.
Maybe may not have effect sockets set up yet. If it's
No, I've seen them. I've seen them. It's
okay.
it's a cool little discipline.
then I don't know. I'm out of ideas.
Put some armor on.
The armor does not. We don't have armor for these guys yet. We're missing it for the high elf and the wood elf, but we decided to let people play them.
The female high elf has it.
Yes, she does. The intricacies of the art schedule are
Beyond Gibson.
beyond. What's that?
Yes.
Yes.
I can wear what she wears.
You can't wear the same thing.
Sure you can.
Um,
Tuck it back a little bit.
High Elfo.
Very blue.
He is very blue.
He has hair too.
He has hair, however.
He has got some hair. Look at that hair.
He's very noble looking.
Oh, beautiful. I wish my hair was that pretty.
Do you?
I do.
You just keep growing it.
No, I will never be that pretty.
Well, they still have plans for the
You just
hair.
need
They
to
want
brush it enough, Jack.
Brush 100 brushes per day.
That is nowhere near.
Come on.
You need like 1,000 brushes a day, all day long. I know they still want to put a bone in there, a diamond bone in the hair to make it.
Oh no, yeah. So it'll.
So
Yeah.
He's gonna do that.
So it's still need a little loving on the hair yet, but
and these guys have cartwheel. Yes.
oh, that's cool.
See, his effects were working.
Yeah, do that from the side. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Some.
Can't you do an actual side?
That is so cool. Oh, your wobble.
What do you do?
Dritz clones, here we come. Oh, I guess since he is an assassin. Oh, actually, no range. No, he can't be a ranger, can he?
No ranger. We're missing the boat on this one, Blair.
Yeah.
How else are we going to have? That's unfortunate.
And we don't have scimitars yet.
Yeah,
Real.
scimitars.
Real
Those are
scimitars.
We
trying
never
to
had
trigger some
scimitars.
people.
Question marks.
Hello?
Little question marks, like we said.
There we go.
Frost Reaver, do it!
Coming soon. You can't even click it.
I know.
No, it's just I was gonna say without the ranger, then you can't
Yeah.
make your Dritz. And then
Which may have anywhere between 1 and 5 Z's, T's, I's, or R's, depending on the MMO you're playing.
yeah, so I know she's coming on
Saw it.
soon. I don't think they've enabled her yet. But this guy. Yes. He is one of our Kickstarter ad characters. Because there originally wasn't supposed to be these guys.
And that's what Todd dressed up as.
Yeah. Wow, he is
The
tall.
male Fae.
He's tall, Jack.
He's very tall.
He's got a Let's fade going on.
And the glide just works with him. Are his wings a little rattier?
Yeah.
They might be, yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Hey, I mean, he survived an attempted assassination at his birth, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
he
And
kind of,
then,
he's been through some stuff.
The male Fae are typically like slaves and outcasts of society, anyways. So
Like-
they pretty much get beat up their entire lives.
He's happy to
Don't
be
you read the
alive.
lore, Blair?
What's
God,
that?
Blair, don't
Don't
you
you
read the lore?
I did. Hey, look at that. His dodge works too. Excellent. Okay, so
Can you show the wood elf male's face?
Wood Elf male's face, yeah.
Yeah, you were
Get a chance
facing
to see it.
Shadow Word.
And drink the poison. High Elf or Wood Elf? Wood Elf?
Yeah, wood elf.
He's very. His ears. Look at the ear bounce.
Doink, doink, doink. Yep,
I love the hair too.
there we go. Very noble face.
Zoom in. Enhance.
Enhance.
Zoom in and enhance, Blair.
I'm trying to get the light to look
Enhance.
right.
Point with the sun. There we go.
Yes. It's got a little bit of Roddy McDowell from, I'm sure Gibson remembers, but I don't know, Jack.
Oh.
Planet of the Apes.
Mhm.
He also was in a Twilight Zone. Isn't that the same Cinnabon, that Cinnabon hair that we have for the?
Cinnabon here.
Yeah, it looks like a.
It's not as high. Scroll in a little bit.
Scroll in even more. Look, because you lose them when you go in that far.
There you go. I do it all the time.
That is as far as you can zoom in. Right there.
Look at those cheekbones.
Yeah, man.
Any idea when 5.6 is coming to test? Anyone else? Anyone want to answer?
After 5.5.
Soon.
Thank you, Jack.
5.5.
I think after 5.5 was also an appropriate answer.
Does Burrow still have visual glitches? Yeah, every now and then you can get into a point where you're above the world, which is unfortunate.
We'll just keep finding the cases and fixing them.
Yep.
That's how it works.
What other questions we have? Anything else that we've seen today that people would like to know answers to? Are there any class changes coming to 5.6? I think we fixed a couple bugs here and there.
Yeah, there's usual bug fixes for stuff.
I mean, we always get a couple bug fixes in for some powers or whatever here and there.
One of those things that they happen. They happen, you do them, and you forget about them.
Can we see some more lore updates? Tell that Todd guy to stop sleeping in his office. I will ask him for more lore updates.
Good luck. I believe in you.
Ask Blair to show this view of the Wood Elf male's actual face. We already did that.
Can you fire when gliding?
Can you what while gliding?
Fire?
Like shoot poison.
No, you would
Most of
come
your
out of right because it's an ability, right? So I mean, you'd stop that ability to do whatever.
and most powers don't work unless you're grounded. So there's not a lot of powers that you can actually shoot while you're in the air.
Right.
Male Wood Elf in leather. We don't have the armor in yet for these guys. Male Wood has a roll, not a blink. No, it's a blink roll. He's basically
We could show 'em.
yeah.
Jump roll blink is pretty cool. The it would look more cool with the effects working, but
Yeah,
they're
there's
not working for some reason.
it's a blink just like everybody else. Or just like the female.
Yeah,
just like the female.
all the other sexes.
But the animators have clearly made an effort to make everybody feel just a little bit different. So it's a little more work on them, but everybody doesn't feel the same, which is good. Currently, we only get elkin plate, not chain or leather. Oh, okay. I don't watch the art pipeline. Things just show up, and we're like,
they're here one
hey,
day.
have you guys seen the male Fae? Like, just like this morning.
And the art department's like, yes, we made that.
Yes, that's what we've been working on over here in the smelly side of the office.
Oh.
This poor guy's over here.
Oh yeah, poor guys with their windows and their sunlight.
They have windows. However, they have a sewer drain right out there that seeps into the wall. It's disgusting.
It's a good trade.
No, but at least we don't
I don't
have
know.
audio.
Yeah, you just have an open sewer line right next to your office.
I don't smell it over here.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's from years of huffing glue. That's why you don't smell anything. Our generation didn't have Tide Pods. We had glue
I have
and whippets.
Way better shit than glue.
Okay, can we see rat double jump? Yeah, absolutely. I showed that at the beginning. Some people may have showed up late.
Go through it again.
Guinecean duelist.
Yui. All of his waist-high glory.
Mm-hmm. Double jump.
Double jumping.
Double jumping.
And then the third one glides.
No, he doesn't get glide.
The third one does nothing.
He turns into Flubber and he just starts bouncing.
Now, see, that would be cool,
That would be cool.
right? He deploys his hamster bubble, and you remember, I made one of those ones.
Oh yeah.
That was one of my favorite powers that never made it into
Can you show his pill?
Yeah, that would
to the game.
Show up.
His pills.
Which you'll notice.
Yes, you'll notice that his stuff is the exact same size as everybody else.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yep. So if you were to shoot the air above his head, you are going to hit him because this is his collider pill.
So it's fair.
What's that?
Otherwise, it'd be Guineceans for days.
Guineceans
For days, yes. Yes, it would.
Because who wouldn't want to play the dude that has half the size?
Yes.
And
There you
therefore
go.
half the size, sorry.
Well, yeah. All you have to do is aim above his head because his pill is so tall.
Comparatively.
Will Faye flying over a ground effect target be impacted?
If they are in the sphere, yeah, because most of those ground targets are a sphere DM.
Right. If you just imagine this only like that, that should be.
Mm-hmm. Also, if she was under the ground gliding, she would also be affected by
She
it.
just happened to be under the ground.
Uh-huh.
Not that that's ever happened before.
So he can't go under smaller space.
No. That is
Did
correct.
you make sure the little guy cannot double jump ridges or wall sections when speed buffed? We did not make sure. I'm just assuming he's going to be able to.
I mean, the height of the jumps, I believe, are commensurate, right? I mean, it will feel like he's jumping a long way, but
yeah, the velocity isn't carried forward into it, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the purpose of double jump?
It's fun.
joy. Also, it does give you a little more distance, right? I mean, it's a little more.
Gives you
Oh, that was a little weird.
Bum, bum, bum,
It
bum.
felt like I had a little acceleration coming out of that one.
Pay no attention to the pink Hellcat. It was not there. You don't see that.
Why is there a pink Hellcat there?
It's fine. Pay no
It's
attention
fine.
to the pink Hellcat.
There's nothing wrong with it.
He's living his best life, Blair.
Oh!
Yeah, see
Blair!
right there. I wonder what
If that was lava,
we'd be done.
you'd be a cooked rat.
Let's try the big ones.
Blair, the worst platformer ever.
No, not the worst. Clearly not the worst.
Ninja skills.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Did
Oh!
you see that right there?
I did actually.
I
Yes.
had
I'm
a
not
little.
sure what's going on there.
I'm not sure. There was a little bit of extra acceleration.
Is there an invisible arrow? Little buff? Pew!
I don't know. Clearly, it felt right there.
Right
Did you see that?
Maybe there's a banana.
Yeah. Is there something
An
on
invisible
that?
banana.
Some oil.
Is there something on that? Now that platform looks like all the others.
One of these things
It's
is not like the other. Come on. Can you tell which one? They're all they're all bananas. That's the problem. It's all yellow.
They're all bananas. Okay. Can we see Faye glide down from higher heights? I went off the... Can the Fae dodge through other players?
Nope.
Nope. Twisting Bard on a gliding Fae. Since we're not changing the forward velocity, it shouldn't make any difference. But you know what? That's a good one for QA to test.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would happen. I mean, because I don't believe we let you activate in the air.
Activate what?
Activate, because it's still considering activating when you're turning on, turning
Oh,
off.
but it's a toggle buff. I mean,
Right.
if you had it already on,
I mean, you might be able to turn it on. I don't know if you'd be able to turn it on. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember. It's probably going to require a grounded state, so it may not work. I don't know. We'll look and see.
all kinds of fun things.
From Blazin, last stream Blair said Mark was working on champion balance. Can you tell us what you're thinking balance-wise for the champion? If anything.
I have not done any additional champion changes this cycle, so nothing really to say on that right now.
Yeah, I think you just fixed some bugs with Second Wind.
Yeah, we fixed basically fixing the bugs, right? Because I mean that's part of obviously why the complaints arose was the nigh invulnerable champions, which obviously not intentional. Yes, currently been quietly working on NPCs and skill stuff these last cycles.
Ah,
Oh, heavens! Oh,
I caught a little bit of a
oh,
hitch.
crumbs!
Somebody
There we
wanted
go.
to see us gliding from.
Can you make it to the? No, it's not.
So if you
That's the
stop,
highest spot on this entire
Yeah.
map.
if you
And
stop
I don't think
gliding
you're
and
even
then
gonna-
jump,
You
Yeah,
turn
you-
it back on.
Because it's a toggle.
Cool.
Because anytime you're in the air and you hit spacebar, you go into glide, or you cancel it. Yeah, it's a toggle.
So from that giant height there, which I don't even know if we have anything that's really that tall. Well, I guess maybe
We have a
some
lot of
castles.
mountains.
There are mountains.
There are
That's true,
mountains.
That's true. And you still didn't make the wall,
Is
right?
there-
So I mean, you're losing you lose appreciable distance.
Is there a limit to glide distance? Like, is it tied to stamina or anything like
Nope.
I don't think so.
No resource.
Just like a hang glider.
Will you always be able to go up mountains?
that?
Oh my, 2 minutes. Will you always be able to go up mountains? Well, depends on your jumping skills.
Wait, you're saying train negotiation
So you
confirmed?
don't
Is
know.
that what you're saying? We're not bringing the run back hills, run uphill skill.
Yeah. So in this, when you're out of combat, you can make her face any way you want to. If you were in combat, what happens if I go into combat? So now she's yoked to the reticle, just like our,
Like you'd expect. So
yep, just like the rest of the game. Between Wood Elf and Fate, it's going to be a tough decision for Druid. Yes.
Is glide considered a physics ability?
Um,
that's rich.
like I'm not sure what the
Yeah,
context of the
it's
question
being
is.
Does that
implied by
mean
that.
Shameful can possibly throw a gliding fey higher.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any immunity to crowd control effects, right?
No,
so I mean,
I
if
mean-
you get affected by something that's going to,
You would still
impulse
have to
you-
be, yeah, you'd have to be, because, well, chain pull is a teleport too. So you're basically warping her over there.
Yeah.
But you would
But I
have
mean,
to be
that's-
higher than that character.
Yeah, but I mean that said, if you got a pushed event or whatever, it should still affect you. Hope
Yeah, it should.
so.
We're not making you immune to push tags.
Yeah. So
So clearly,
If you're gonna glide, why don't you use the little fast forward and
I'll see how far you can go.
see how far you can go. 'Cause what's the cooldown on the?
Well, because you're going to run out of.
yeah, you're not gonna dodge power comes back fairly slowly.
Does it?
Yeah. We don't want too many dodges. All right, we'll see how far.
Well, I mean, it's normalized by distance, so those who dodge further don't do it as often. Those who have shorter dodges do it more often. I believe the Fae has a standard dodge distance, right? It seemed like it.
Yeah, it seems like 10 meters. It's just super fast.
Yeah.
So it just feels like she's going quicker. Okay, so I will have 2 dodges, and we'll see how far I can go.
Make sure you're pointing straight. None of this sideways stuff.
Yeah, you lose out on distance. Min max it, Blair. I believe
Gotcha.
you.
Got to do it. Got to do it
Sprint?
for real. I'll see where.
Whoa!
Oh,
That
I
actually-
like what you did there.
You see what I
Do it
did?
again.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, you made
Yeah.
it.
So you can make it.
Steps.
That's
Way
some
to-
pretty good
way to
distance right
Way
there.
to exploit that, Blair.
Yes.
Way to stream that schnizzle.
So now what we have to do is we have to have games and see who can glide the
Well,
furthest.
we need rings, right? The
No, one
rings, so you
more.
can.
If you-
Yeah, we've done that one
Far
before.
past you, right?
Mhm. So
You're saying movement challenges, what you're saying.
there you go. Okay. Any final questions? As a boring human player, how the heck am I supposed to get excited about my race now? Well, you get an extra passive and an extra power slot full free.
Which is pretty exciting.
that is pretty good.
It's hard to argue with.
It's
Called choices.
yes, it's one of the things that we really wanted to do was to make all of our races feel different and have a huge amount of choice.
Right. And like
Right.
powerful differences, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
We didn't want to normalize everything, so it was just another flavor of 10 more attack power, right? And it's just this one double jumps.
but if you want 10 more
That one
attack
can't.
power, maybe go with a human.
Yeah. And humans get capes too. So no terrain negotiation, no Tark. We don't have terrain negotiation yet. We'll see. I mean, the scouting stuff is. I still always wanted to make the galaxies the Griefer hairdresser. Remember that?
Yeah, the hairdresser that comes by and just changes your hair without,
Because in the early days there was no confmation
yeah,
required.
You just went
Now
up
you
and,
can run faster past somebody and grief hairdress them and run.
yeah. Well, you could macro it, right? You could you could do a drive-by image design and change somebody's hairstyle and color and eyes It's pretty great.
Will there be any way to craft additional walls and ramps for EKs anytime soon? I know that they're doing a whole big pass on what pieces are missing from all the kits, so I expect to see those coming in an upcoming update, not 5.6 though. Who can make capes? Right now, no one can, but it will be a recipe we add at some point. And we are over time.
Yep.
So,
All right.
thank you everyone for coming out. That was some of the nice fun stuff you're going to get in 5.6, which should be approaching us in the soonish future. And have a great day.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.